Hello again, I'm Zach Jones, president of Ascend. We're a digital marketing agency that works with community colleges to generate awareness, increase enrollment, and improve retention. And today we want to talk about social media usage trends among prospective students. Now, we're asked all the time, what's the future? I guess would be the best way to word it. What's coming next? There's always something new in social media and always something new in digital marketing in general. What's next? I don't know the answer to that. I wish I did. No one knows the answer to that. But it's important to think about the future is not always these massive overnight changes. Facebook did not become this behemoth overnight. Progress is always more incremental. There's always just little baby steps that lead to these massive changes. So I think that's important to always keep in mind. But, as you may be aware, every single month we do a survey of prospective college students, and this month we really wanted to drill down and learn more about what their trends are and what they think they're going to be doing themselves going forward in terms of which platforms they'll be using less and which they'll be using more. So instead of me theorizing or trying to be a prophet of sorts, let's dive in and look at the actual data. So the first step we want to touch on, this probably won't surprise you too much. This is something we've seen in news headlines over the past year or two across all students. This includes, adult education, adults thinking about going back to a community college. 29% see themselves using Facebook less over the coming year. That's a pretty big stat. Now, does that mean you should give up on Facebook marketing today? No, there is still a huge audience on Facebook. But it definitely is a sign that you need to be thinking about other platforms going forward. Now, let's move on to another stat. Of the platforms you see listed on the screen, the least popular currently is Twitter. Going forward, the least popular is definitely going to continue to be Twitter. Only 6% of prospective college students see themselves using Twitter more over the coming year than they currently do. Not a huge surprise. 6% is a very small number. That may have been lower than I would have guessed myself. Twitter is more commonly used among younger persons. Just keep that in mind, high schoolers, that type of demographic. But hardly anyone has seen themselves using Twitter more than they currently do. I think Twitter has its place in many people's lives as sort of a resource for news, sports news, things like that. It's a harder medium to interact with. It doesn't have the visual benefits of, say, Instagram or Snapchat. But regardless of what people may or may not like about it, the data is clearly showing that going forward, Twitter probably does not need to be a key part of your marketing strategy. Next, this one was probably the biggest surprise to me. We've seen for several years now older persons using Facebook more and more. While there's a simultaneous exodus from Facebook of 18, 20, 25-year-olds. Over the coming year, prospective college students that are aged 55 and older are planning to increase their Snapchat use more than their Facebook or Instagram use. I would not have guessed that one. So you think about, we always joke about, a lot of the younger people started fleeing Facebook because their parents and grandparents started spending time on there. So if that's the case and then they fled to platforms like Snapchat, if their parents and grandparents start coming to Snapchat, where will the 18 to 24-year-olds, where will they go? And it's part joke, part serious. But something to think about, We do a lot of Snapchat campaigns for the colleges we work with. We typically get great results. It is definitely a younger audience. One interesting fact is that when you're setting up a campaign on Snapchat, depending when you're setting up your targeting, they have different age ranges, and then the oldest range they display is just 35 and up. So that's kind of how Snapchat views its audience. However, the data is telling us that as time goes on, more and more older people from that 35 and up range may be coming to the platform. So it's something for you to keep in mind. But another stat, Of prospective college students under the age of 25, 33% anticipate using Instagram more over the coming year. We expected this. Snapchat did surge in popularity. Instagram is slowly, let's be honest, stealing some of the features from Snapchat. So more and more people are just using Instagram instead of Snapchat. And we think this is a key part of why this stat is so large. So going forward, Instagram definitely needs to be a key part of your marketing strategy and for your efforts in the under 25 range. Here lastly is, this is just a chart that shows every single platform that you saw listed in the previous slides, and it just shows the percentages for the more and less amount. So for every one of these platforms, for all prospective students, this is what percentage see themselves using it more, what percentage see themselves using that platform less. I wanted to show you this on one screen so you kind of compare. Feel free to hit pause. You can kind of study these numbers. But as I mentioned, we do a survey every single month. If you would like all of the information from this survey about social media trends and some more of our takeaways, we've got lots of different, very interesting crosstab data and things like that. If you'd like access to all of that, then I encourage you to access our Community College Marketing Toolkit. Accessing it is completely free. You can just go to our website or click the link below, and you'll get access to our new surveys every single month, as well as lots of other great exclusive content. So I hope you'll do that, and we'll be sure to update you every month when we do our new survey. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll like and subscribe to our channel so you'll always get notified here on YouTube every time we release a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.